table, pour a dram or flight. Whiskey round table. Oh, Greg, Karen, and the whiskey wizard talking facts and tastings. They've got you covered. Whiskey round table. Oh.
Welcome to the Whiskey Roundtable. We are your hosts,
Big G.
Karen, Helen Keller.
Doug Dunbar.
What's up, kids?
All right.
Kids, have we recovered from last week?
Wow, that
Oh
was
my God.
that was a lot of fun. That was the show, the after party,
That was a show
The
that
whiskey
you're-
was
pre-party.
good.
That was, and the whiskey was great, and we had a lot of fun.
And
We did.
you didn't even get a chance to see this, but I would like to thank Bob and Mike for
Ah.
our Magic
yes,
Rabbit
Magic
sign.
Rabbit.
Oh yeah, it's up there. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's there. It's there.
I love it. I love it.
So what a great show! I mean,
was.
you
What
know,
a great couple of guys.
and
too.
it's just, I mean, it was neat because they acknowledged the fact that, you know, maybe we had some preconceived notions about the whiskey, but man, they did a lot to dispel some of those and they did it in a really classy way.
They
They let
sure
the
did.
whiskey speak for itself, and
Right.
truly, we were pleasantly surprised, and we had a lot of fun. I mean,
I think they were surprised I had as much Cleveland whiskey as they did.
yeah, you did.
He's like,
That was
holy
great.
shit, you really do drink it. But anyway, I'm
Well-
like, yeah, it's good stuff. I mean,
And
you know,
that and the Magic Rabbit
the Magic Rabbit.
is it's one of the tastiest kind of flavored whiskeys
Mm-hmm.
I've ever had, and you can just see how you could create all kinds of fun cocktails and things with that.
yeah, it's a,
We were talking it up so much. We went out to dinner with a couple of our friends on Monday, and we were talking it up so much. They're like, "Yeah, we want to try it." So after dinner, they came here and they tried it, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" So they're like, "Where do I get it? Where do I get it?" So you went out and
I went out and
found.
bought. Yeah, I went out and bought it.
Went out and found. They both wanted a couple bottles each. So one of them is our friend from up north, Rob.
Yeah. Rob.
But yeah, they were really impressed. They sat down here at the round table,
Yeah.
and
They were amazed how good it was. It's a really a good drink. I mean, I'm not into that, so to say. I mean, I like my
Flavor.
bourbons.
We don't
You're right.
generally-
But I'll tell you what, it's a gotta have.
It has its place, and
Yeah, definitely.
unlike a lot of the flavored whiskeys out there, it's actually close to a whiskey.
It is.
It's not like one of these liqueurs that calls itself a whiskey. It actually, it was. I don't think it was quite 80 proof, but certainly not like a lot of them that are 40
I think
proof.
it was like 70. Actually.
Yeah, it was just
70 something.
70.
To be called truly a whiskey, it has to be 80 proof, but
Right.
it's close enough that compared to most of what's out there is about 40 proof.
I mean, it's a
So-
it's a great. I like it like a cognac. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Rob
that good.
actually is on the scroll. He says, "I'm enjoying some Magic Rabbit right
That's
now."
right.
Oh, there you
Yum.
go.
Whoa, where did you get that at, Rob?
Ah,
Jesus.
Suki, Suki.
Sookie,
You
Rob.
can. Shauna is going to a thing in the morning downtown, and she is. Remember, they mentioned that you could pick some of the Christmas whiskey up
Yes.
down there tomorrow, and she will be doing that.
Awesome.
So we're gonna.
I like their Christmas.
and that
whiskeys
maybe
very
is
good.
something. Maybe we want to feature that.
We
on
had
Christmas
great
season.
great feedback from the staff at Cleveland Whiskey as well.
Oh, that's great to hear.
They,
That's great to hear.
everybody enjoyed the show. Of course, they were busting Bob's chops. You know,
Gotcha.
you know, he kept saying something. I don't know what I didn't catch him saying it, but I don't remember what he said. But not that it worries. If Bob's watching the show, maybe you can throw it on the scroll, or Mike. But they said the show was very entertaining. So
That's
great.
fantastic.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, those guys are welcome back anytime.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
I hope we have some future fun with them.
Yeah, I hope that we can help them down the road for maybe some
Right.
events that they do. You know, I mean,
Exactly,
whatever, anything we
exactly.
can do for them. Those guys were so good. They did. The show was fantastic.
I hung
and
out afterwards. Had
we
some,
hung out. I
had
kicked
some of
every-
your sausage.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Everybody likes my sausage.
that was that's good.
But it was
stuff.
good. It was fantastic, and we made some great friends, and it was cool. I mean, Bob said, "Hey, I'd like to just maybe come out and sit in the audience if you guys didn't mind." I said,
Yeah,
bring
anytime.
Mike, come on, bring your wife,
Anytime.
whoever, come on over.
And that's a really good story. And again, I think they're still writing their story over there at Cleveland Whiskey. So, but we're certainly in their corner, and
every
want to
chapter
see them,
gets better and better.
want to see them do well, and I think that's going to happen.
I want to thank Tom, the owner, as well, for helping us put that together. I appreciate that. Thank you
thanks
very, very much.
Appreciate it very much.
Yeah,
that seemed a little anemic, but I don't know.
It did seem a little anemic. So, okay, we got some feedback that the sound effects were a little bit like...
Oh, and they were.
In your face. So,
but it's hard to get the right balance.
Give us some feedback on them.
That's maybe a little better.
We adjusted. So,
we're trying to adjust.
Let us know what you think out there.
Okay.
So should we run down the scroll
real
quick?
Let's go. Let's hit the scroll.
I told everybody, let us know when you're out there. So they sure have come through. We got Jennifer Boggs is back.
Jennifer.
Jen.
Dem titties. Good.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Skin nuts or nut skins or whatever.
D's nuts?
D's nuts. Tipidus dick. Anyway, go ahead. What do we got?
You like Wendy's?
You like Wendy's?
Anyways.
When they're hanging on your nuts are hanging on your chin? Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, we got Donnelly in the house.
John Donnelly, my man.
From H-Town, and he's with Jason Gray.
Ah, Jason, what's up?
So thanks you guys for joining. We got Phil Weaver, cabinet maker extraordinaire.
Phil, master woodworking
When's
craftsman.
Phil coming out? I can't wait to meet him.
He's running that down. We haven't figured out the exact date, but he's said this weekend they're trying to figure that out. So hopefully he'll be in town. He can either be on the show or in the audience, whatever he wants to do. But we'll get that probably in October.
I've upgraded Phil. He's no longer cousin Phil. He's Uncle Phil.
Yeah, he's that's what we call him. He's in my phone. He's in my phone as Uncle Phil because that's what my kids all call him. So.
That's great.
But
Phil, what are you drinking, bro?
Tell us what beer. What's the beer? It's a high proof, high hopped beer. You can bet on that.
He probably fell asleep. You know how the old people are.
So we have Jeff Rogers out there. He said one whiskey that surprised him is the Bartlett's Cask Strength. It's 123.8 proof, and it's out of Conroe, if I'm saying that right, Conroe, Texas.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
So, Donnelly, come on.
Yeah, Donnelly. When you
You're
bring me a
out there.
bottle, quit playing.
Justin Elliott says, Woody Whitlock,
Woody
Zonky Yafar, and me.
Huh? What?
I have...
No,
Dude, when did you start drinking?
Dude.
Okay.
I think you better go to bed, Justin.
Message received.
Okay.
We have our friend Jose Padilla.
Jose, my man.
All right.
What's up?
All right.
That's my boy right there.
Nice guy, very nice guy. I had
Very
the pleasure
nice
of
people.
meeting him
Yes.
the other day.
I told you I can hang out with those people all day.
Yeah, bring the wife. Come hang out with
Come
us.
hang out with us sometime, please. Please.
Come
It's not that far.
join us sometime.
3 days, but it's not that far.
Phil says he is drinking Pliny the Elder from Russia.
Pliny the Elder, yeah.
Pliny.
Pliny.
It's 8% ABV. Dude, look at you.
Man, I'll tell you what.
And 100 glorious IBUs.
I'm gonna have to get a list
Ooh.
of. I have to get a list of what he.
100 IBUs. Man, that is some hops.
Right. When Uncle Phil comes in, we have to pick him out some beers. So he has some beers.
But we'll take him to Chuck's. That's a good place.
Oh, we will take him to Chuck's. Absolutely. He'll be like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, that's a great place. You can buy, they have like all of these single
Great
cans
idea.
and
It's
bottles.
right up the street.
Yeah,
right
down
up
in
the road.
Chagrin.
Right
It's
in
great.
Chagrin Falls. Fantastic. Yeah, Chuck's
Yes,
Beverage, for sure.
But he said that is ranked number 30 in the world by Beer Advocate. So, do you agree, Phil? Let us know.
Yeah.
Is it that good?
Okay.
We have your wonderful daughter, Lindsay.
Lindsay's on the scroll.
She is
going to
scroll.
a concert tonight.
Oh, is she?
And yes. And I can't remember the name of it, but I really heard some of it. I think you would like it.
Justin said after I told him to go to bed, he said he's very tired.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. What's the group?
Oh, I can't remember the name. It's like Manua, or anyway, they're very popular in the young set with they're kind of a techno sound.
I'll have to check them
I
out.
think you would like it.
I will have to check them out.
I don't know what cigar I want to smoke next over
Anyway.
here.
Just
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
pick one. JD said he has never heard of the Bartlett's Cask Strength, but he is going to try it soon.
Oh,
What about
lucky
Jen?
you.
Jen's
What's up with Jennifer? Where's she going?
She is drinking. What does she say she's drinking? I thought I saw that. Old Elk Weeded.
Oh.
Wait, are you drinking that? Oh no, JD.
Oh,
John
okay.
Donnelly is drinking it.
Oh,
She just said it's one of her favorites.
Yeah, it is good product, by the way.
I have the Old Elk cognac cask. I don't know. Maybe that's one we ought to do on the show.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to.
I wish I had
What's
that.
that, OJ?
I wish I had that little meme. Okay. What show is this, by the way, Greg?
Uh-oh.
This is our 23rd show.
Perfect.
Did I get it?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Pull that out of my
Yeah.
hand.
Oh,
Just
I
pull it out.
Hey,
Message received.
I'm not
Yes.
going where all men have gone before.
All right.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
I was going to get you a nice gerbil for
Sorry.
Christmas, but forget
Try
it now.
again.
I saw that. Is that a tail coming out?
It was a tail.
And
I hold them down. You know,
and
good.
so that's very good, Greg. That's excellent. Hey, first of all, I wanted to say, because we didn't get to this with everything going on last week, but I took 2 hammer hangs on the high low with me my trip in September.
There's a joke there somewhere. I'm just
Yeah.
not going
And
to
we
Two high-lows walk into a bar. Go
yeah,
ahead.
and we only got to the first one we did, but everybody wanted me to say thanks, and it was
I hope it was good.
it was so good. A bunch of people this year brought extra whiskey, and so
Gotcha.
I didn't get to the second one. I actually carried it home with me,
Wow.
and I'm going to take it next year.
I don't blame you.
or enjoy it. I haven't decided.
Put it in a
yet.
cold place. Seriously.
Yeah, yeah.
Put it in the basement. Forget
Yeah.
about it. Forget
Yeah.
about it. Put it in the
Forget
basement where
about
it's
it.
cold.
And then I'll have it for next year because I was looking forward to having them both, but we just had too much whiskey. so.
That's why the whiskey's so good, is because it's the temperature down here is like 60 degrees. So
Well, that's what you
perfect. Absolutely
That's what you
perfect.
I'm just curious, like, if you would try it now and then try it again next year, would it be different? Like, would it
technically
age or-
should not change.
Okay.
Whiskey doesn't change in the bottle like a wine does.
Correct.
Okay.
So, but Greg's comment is just more around. You certainly don't want it. The warmer it is, the more likely it is to experience whatever
You don't get-
degradation.
You don't get the full.
Yeah.
You don't get the full notes.
It's going to keep best if it's at 60 degrees or something like that. It'll stay very stable for however many decades you want to talk. But so you want to avoid light and excessive temperature. Those are the two things.
I agree.
So.
Nobody asked.
And
but
I keep my dining room where I store my whiskey. Usually make sure that that's nice and cool in there. So anyway,
Jeff Rogers gave us another note. Bartlett specializes in rum, and they do a damn good job.
oh, okay.
And they nailed their whiskey and cask strength whiskeys.
Interesting.
We'll have to check. So Bartlett's they do, like, isn't there like a gin Bartlett's
yeah, I think
gin? I don't know. I wonder if they're
know.
the same.
I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds familiar, but anyway. And Lindsay's giving a shout out to the legendary Hammerhang.
yeah. And
Why do we have good hammer hang?
Oh, Jesus.
Because we drink good scotch.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Drink good whiskey.
That's right. Okay.
And
Keep it clean, kids.
yeah,
That's
and
right.
we
Family show.
yeah the real hammer hang, meaning the one that is part of our tradition. That was outstanding this year. It was Glenn, so one of the guys in our group, and he's been on the he's watched the show a lot.
Thank you.
He
Thank
put, I mean, 25-year-old
Wow.
Glenn Farkless, things like that were very common in his list of whiskey. You always read the list of everything that went in, and he had lots of rare and expensive whiskey. So it was an
Beautiful.
excellent hammer hang. So.
I'm sure it was.
How can you go wrong with
Yeah.
that?
I know.
exactly.
I mean, yeah, exactly. So
Apparently, he got the memo.
yeah, he did.
Well,
Everybody
After
does.
what you brought last year, he had to,
Yeah.
Right,
See
yeah.
how he is?
Yeah, we have,
Hater.
We've been up in our games, and it's really a fun tradition. So.
Yeah. So I know I don't want to get too off topic here, but I wanted to bring up we have a very exciting evening tomorrow. Greg and I
Oh.
are going to see Tom Jones.
Hey.
Oh, wow!
Connection established.
I already got a pair of underwear to throw up on the stage. I got it all set,
It's
man.
not your mom's, is it?
No, it's my father's.
Oh, that's right. We could parachute in on your
Yeah.
mom's underwear.
Amen. My car cover is only so big, honey.
Car cover for a limo.
That's funny.
All right.
Anywho.
All right, let's get into this, kids. Let's go.
Let's see. Let's hold on 1 minute. I want to check one more thing. You seem like you've cheered up a little bit, but you were, and now again, you're looking a little down. What's
what's
going on?
Well, look,
Are you okay?
Before I came over, Shauna was making fun of me because I didn't know what Armageddon is.
You still don't know?
Yeah, I mean, so what? I mean, what is it? I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know a word. It's not like it's the end of the world. All right.
Boom.
You are stupid. Go
All
ahead.
right. Well, guys, we are doing a whiskey show.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So, and what are we doing? What are we
Well, that
sampling
is a
tonight?
very good question. Why don't we take a ride on the bottle cam?
That'll answer it. Let's try it.
Check it out.
We'll be
Hold
back
on,
in a
kids.
minute.
Hey everyone, it's time for the bottle cam. The bottle cam.
Warning. Excuse me.
Sorry about that, kids. Doug and I were
right.
having a conversation.
So
Oh, shit
we're
happens.
looking at
So as you saw, we are doing Smooth Ambler Smooth Ambler Founders Cask Strength Series Rye.
yes,
That is a mouthful.
it sure is.
Founders Cask Strength Series Rye.
Yeah.
This is a relatively newer distillery. It was founded back in 2009. And it's in the hills of West Virginia, which I think is pretty
In the heels.
unique. The hills. Actually, Maxwellton, West Virginia. It's
Yes.
about 2.5 hours southeast of Charleston. And as you mentioned, Doug, they are on the American Whiskey
They're
Trail.
part of the American Whiskey Trail, yeah.
And there's some favorites on that trail. Angel's
Yeah.
Envy, which you
Yep.
know Sidecar loves.
And there's some
all do.
overlap between the American Whiskey Trail and the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, and so
Hey, why not? They're
and
all
the
good
Tennessee.
stuff.
There's a Tennessee Whiskey Trail too. So yeah, there's some overlap on all those. But hey,
But yeah, they've got Angel's Envy, Jim Beam, and Wild Turkey. Woohoo, my
yeah,
favorite.
exactly.
But they're only one of 16 licensed distilleries in West Virginia. And I was taking a look at the list of the different distilleries that are there, and I didn't recognize a lot of them.
No, I didn't. You were reading them off before the show. I didn't. Other than tonight's distillery, I didn't recognize any of them.
Yeah, there's a couple, and Greg, I don't know if you've heard of them, that they sounded familiar, but I wasn't quite sure.
What?
Wicked Spirits
Okay.
and Elkhorn Mountain is in West Virginia. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of Smooth Ambler before. You see them.
Yeah.
Mostly what you see in the stores are the Contradiction.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I have a lot of Smooth Ambler stuff.
you do.
I have
Okay.
Ohio picks and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
So you obviously like it, and have you had this?
I have not. There's
Okay.
a whole story behind that, but I won't tell it because
Yeah,
of
well-
how it went down. But
But
Okay, but
this
so
is
that'll be a
one of
good-
my picks, so I'm
Okay.
just going to say it's going to be great. Right
There
on,
we go,
'cause It's
okay.
a Helen Keller pick.
It's a Helen Keller pick, so
There you
that
go.
usually bodes well. So
yeah. So,
okay.
But Smooth Ambler, they did become part of Pernod Ricard. I'm sorry, I took a lot
Pernod,
of
yeah.
French in
There you go,
2016.
Pernod.
I don't know if that's how you guys say it.
Pernod.
Pernod Ricard?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Ricard Pernod.
oh my, oh my.
Kind of sounds like Pepe Le Pew,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
exactly.
Anyway, like I said, some of their other products, the Contradiction and the Old Scout Straight Bourbon, which definitely familiar
Yeah.
with. You see that on the shelves all the time. So I'm excited to try this one
Oh
because
yeah.
it is a rye, and I love ryes.
I do too. And I just I saw the cast strength, all that. It's just I'm excited to try it. So
And I think what's going to interest you, Greg, is that this is 61.3 proof, which is 122.6%.
Right up my
I mean,
alley.
proof. I got
Right up
other
your
way
hamster
around.
trail.
Right up my hamster trail, kids.
It's
Without the tail.
61.8%. 120 some proof. right?
122. Yep.
And it's a 5-year-old, right?
It is a
So
5-year-old.
That's good too.
and
That's
it-
getting in the good, really sweet spot for American whiskey.
And it's aged in new charred oak. barrels.
Yep.
The
Awesome.
mash bill comes in at 88% rye
Nice.
and
Nice.
12% malted barley.
Ooh, I like that. Just the 2 grains.
Just the
That'll-
two.
That'll be interesting. Okay.
So
Yeah.
Pass this out or what?
let's do this.
All right, kids.
Yes. What's the retail? Do you know?
You know what? I saw online it was $55.
I was gonna say it's right around $50.
That sounds
It's
right.
a little on the higher side, but you know, I really think this is going to
Well,
be worth it because it's my pick.
For a cask strength, high proof whiskey, that's a pretty good price. And if it drinks well, it's probably a very good price.
This is a little bit higher proof than I like, but I
And
think
we might
because
want to
it's
do a splash of water. We'll see how it goes.
okay. I can duck out and get some
Yeah.
if we need some. A little bit higher proof, but I think it's going to be good because the ryes are sweeter. So.
Yeah, I agree.
So one thing I noticed right off the bat is it's pretty dark.
It is dark.
That's a this is how I like my American whiskey to look. That's the color, right? That deep, ruddy amber.
It's like a yeah. What do you think, Greggy?
I like my single malts to be a little more golden. And
We'll get a hint of maybe cocoa, maybe?
Ooh.
It's sweet. It's definitely got some fruit in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my Cleveland whiskey 2 nostril method.
That's right. That so made sense too.
I get light chocolate on the right side and dark chocolate on the left. Just
Oh
kidding.
my gosh, yes. Hazel.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I
Busting
get
balls.
cocoa. Definitely.
I definitely
and
get cocoa.
hazelnut. More like, when you think of that, what's the Nutella? It almost has a little bit of that.
Yeah,
Little
I
nutskins?
could
You
say-
get nutskins?
No,
There you go.
nutskins.
Nutella. But,
Easy now.
and
Jen's in the audience. I had
Jen,
Jen.
yeah, you got it.
It's
Definitely in some dark fruit.
yeah, dark fruit for sure.
You know, ever since you said cocoa, I can't get that out of my.
I went in a little too deep for that. I did get the ethanol.
The ethanol,
shot,
and I
yeah.
did too. I almost coughed, but I retained myself. Is that the
You
proper word?
restrained yourself?
Restrained myself. Thank you.
Recovered. Yeah. But at 122 proof, you're gonna
Nice.
expect something like
It's
that
really
to
nice.
kind of hit you.
That's a great nose.
I love it.
I do get a
nose-
lot.
Anybody
of
getting
cocoa.
any citrus? Or
I didn't get any citrus
definitely
out of it
oak.
all.
There's no question I'm getting.
Yeah,
oak.
oak. Yeah.
I
You
mean,
know,
I
this
tend
is
I tend to leave like oak out. I tend to leave like
Yeah,
caramel vanilla out because it's prominent
So-
in just about anything
so
you drink.
common
That's right,
in an
yeah.
American whiskey with typical barrel finish.
It's definitely I get the ethanol, so I would say maybe it's a little peppery, if you will,
Yeah,
and I definitely get
like I said,
maybe tropical fruit or something. Like
yes,
that. But, yeah. All right, let's hit it, kids.
I do get the rye as well. I mean,
Yeah, of
I don't know
course,
if that
the
just
rye
goes without
spice.
saying, but sometimes the ryes you don't because they're so sweet. Notes that I picked up, you guys can try it. Go ahead. The nose, oak, dried dark fruit, herbally dilly rye spice, hazelnuts, citrus, cocoa, and a touch bready.
I don't know if I got the bread, but
So out of the gate, it's
Okay.
real spicy.
I'm gonna give this like,
But
not gonna judge it till like the third taste here.
yeah, I'm gonna let it sit for a second. 1,000. Okay.
You know what? I think because I haven't smoked cigars in such a long time, I think it is really kind of off my palate, and I don't get the spice. And maybe because I've been with the cigars, and it's just new to me. But
All right, second hit. I don't get a ton of pepper or spice, if you will.
You know what? You ever said dark fruit? I taste blueberries,
I get
Yeah.
chocolate on the finish.
and I get a little cocoa on the taste as well. But I like the fruit I'm tasting is like a blueberry.
you guys are gonna laugh, but
And a hit of coconut,
when
which I don't usually get in a rye.
the notes said herbally dilly rye spice, I get a dill taste.
Do you?
I don't get it.
You know how I love dill pickles.
Yeah, right.
Like a stupid fool with those. I get a dill taste from it. You get any blueberries?
I might get I'm getting something herbal. I don't know if I call it dill.
It's not quite a long finish, but it's knocking on the door. But the first time I tasted it was real spicy. The second and third time that I've tasted that spice is still there, but it's not as prominent.
Yeah.
From
You know
the
what I
first
get
taste.
on the finish is like leather.
I don't get it.
A little bit
I don't
of
get the leather.
Me neither.
That might be because I'm on my fifth cigar today. But
Yeah,
anyway,
we're coming from a different direction.
I just
But,
came from
yeah.
a cigar event. And I was
Wow.
No.
I was a little late today, kids.
No,
I was a little late today.
not you.
Oh my god, that was a hell of a day today.
You know,
Guess I cannot stop. I get the cocoa
I get the
and I
cocoa.
get the dill. I
I
get
don't
it
get the
right
dill.
in my face is the dill. I like that.
okay, yeah,
Alright.
I'm getting something herbal, and it could maybe that's what it is. Yeah,
I don't
and I
get.
get
Go ahead.
definitely get the cocoa. I'm still sticking with the blueberries as far as my darker fruit. And I get a little leather still on the finish. I tried it again, and I still get that. So that's what I'm sticking with.
I'm gonna try it with the little cigar.
Lindsay, you're right. It would be good with the pickle juice chaser.
Oh, could
What
be.
are those
Yeah,
called?
Lindsay.
Picklebacks.
Picklebacks.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be very good with
Good
yes.
thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lindsay's on her game.
Nice.
All right, I just had a hit of a cigar. I'm gonna hit it again.
You know what? I will say, yes, it is spicy. I was thinking rye, it was going to be more sweet, but it does have a little bit more of that spicy herbal taste to it.
The cigar changed the whole thing.
What are you getting now?
I get everything that I said, but more pronounced.
That actually heightened it, made it
Yeah.
better.
It's
Yeah, I
it's
think-
very nice.
I think that
I like it.
I think there's a reason why cigars and whiskey go together. I'm
Yeah.
assuming because I think they complement each other well.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know personally.
I wouldn't know. I mean, if I ever did smoke cigars,
Here, wait a
I
minute.
Okay.
secondhand,
There
getting
you go.
second. Okay, well, before we do our scoring, any other?
I don't, but I
Okay.
can read some of the palette notes.
Oh, yeah, let's
Wait,
do
what
it.
do you got?
Please
Which,
do.
you know, I'm
finish?
I'm just going to say, I went upstairs for a minute, and I think I left Doug alone with my laptop, so he got to see some of the notes, because
I don't.
you
do that.
hit almost everything right on the nail, right on the head.
Nice.
Oaky,
Not surprised.
dilly, herbally, dark.
Dill. They have dill.
Well, and you know what? I only after I read the notes,
Uh-huh.
that's
Okay.
what I think. I just got that in my head, but
yeah.
dark fruit, cocoa, coppery crackers, and dried blueberries.
There you go.
What?
I did not
What
get
am I
the
talking
blueberry.
about?
I did not get the blueberry. Yeah.
Hey, Whiskey Wizard, I'm real proud of you.
All right.
Oh my.
Baking spice and bready,
I didn't get-
heavy with rich layers of spice.
Yeah, for sure. And I usually pick up on the doughy cookie kind of stuff. I
Sure.
didn't get that here.
I didn't either.
But
Not at
and
all.
they didn't say leather though.
I had to lean over and read. Where did you get bready?
What?
because that was something I definitely was getting on the finish.
I guess
It mustn't
you-
be Italian bread.
No, you
Yeah.
think of rye bread.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that a little bit.
Can Italian just say it? Go ahead.
But the finish is say it's long oak dilly again. Dilly comes
Piccadilly.
up. Herbally spice and leathery.
What?
I know, cocoa.
Hey, Whiskey Wizard, I'm real proud of you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. Wow.
Serious. Are you
You
proud?
go, son.
All right.
right.
I'm on a roll. Very good.
All right.
Well, before we get into the scoring, let's do one more bottle cam, just to remind everybody what we're doing.
All right, kids. Be right back.
Hey everyone, it's time for the bottle cam. The bottle cam.
Okay.
That was a great bottle cam.
That was you just never know what you're going to get. I don't know what that thing's going to do.
Yeah, it just goes crazy. But you know what? I'm glad the bottle cam, we didn't get a chance to talk about it last week. The bottle cam caught a little bit of our American Bulldog, Georgia,
Yeah.
who unfortunately passed away earlier this month.
2 weeks ago today.
Great dog. And sometimes you never probably saw her, but you definitely heard her because she was always barking.
Bark, bark, bark.
And last week was our first show where we didn't have to go,
Shut up! Then she'd go run across the floor, go lay down.
I love Georgia. She was such
she was a good doggy for sure.
Great
Yeah,
dog.
so thank you for incorporating her
that's
just a
cool.
little bit in
She
that.
was
That was
always-
very nostalgic. I love it.
So happy to see me whenever I showed up for this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was.
so her and Pluto are off playing and
Yeah, I hope
Yep,
so.
and Timber.
yep,
No, it's-
Timber too.
It's tough to lose them. It's
Yeah, it
nice
is.
that when you have the other dogs it's a little easier. Yeah.
I say to everybody that knows Georgia that Bonnie sent me pictures today of Georgia
did
and
too.
Tootie
She
and all
sent
that,
me
which
that
was
too.
awesome. But I mean, she really was a great dog, and I said it was the toughest thing I ever had to do
Yeah.
in my whole life.
Look at him.
I know. I was there with Pluto. It's a very difficult thing to lose your puppies.
She's our baby. But
And
she's
that
better
was
off now.
Pluto was Lindsay's dog, and of course everybody's dog. And so I know the feeling. That's what I'm saying.
We got her. We had her cremated, so
Yeah.
I threw that in the garbage.
No.
Oh, just kidding! I'm kidding.
Oh, the poor little Georgie
goodness.
Porgy.
They're spreading her around everywhere throughout the county. But anyway,
Because she never came home.
she never came home.
It's like, you guys are fucking nuts. I'm out of here.
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
But
no, she was a good
anyways, here's to Georgia. Let's do
right.
another toast to little Porgy and Pluto.
dog. There you go,
Pluto
kids.
and Georgia.
All right.
All right, Georgia.
All
For the
right.
last time, Georgia. Shut up! Georgia, shut up! Okay, good.
All right.
All right, so we are doing a whiskey show. So let's get back
Okay.
to let's
So
start
we're going
off
to
with our
score
ratings.
this smooth Ambler. I'm going to go first tonight. Look, to me, this is a rye drinker's rye, and I like rye, and so I definitely like this. It's right in my wheelhouse. And it actually, it's a high proof, and it doesn't hit me like a super high proof, and that's because it's got so much richness and smoothness going on. It's 5 years, so it's got plenty of time in the barrel to even things out and to smooth out a bit. I really like this. I've had a lot of it. We drink good whiskey, so it's we're in this range a lot. But for me, this is just under something that I have to have, so I'm giving it a 3.85.
Just under.
Just under something
you
that has to be on my shelf
have.
at all times. I'll be happy to grab this anytime I saw it, anywhere that I could obtain it. So that's me.
That's you. No, that's a great score. I think on the Whiskey Roundtable scale, that's a great score. I agree with you. I think this is really good. It was surprising because I did expect something a little bit more sweet because of the rye content in here. And I'm going to thank my cigar for kind of balancing everything out. And I'm going to go a little above
Oh, wow.
Wow.
a must-have on your shelf, and I'm going with a 4.2.
4.2. Wow. Ooh.
And it's not just because
Hey, Karen Helen Keller, you really got it, sister.
Okay, Siri agrees with you, so okay.
sister. All right,
Yeah.
Greggy, what do you think?
I think it's well worth the $50. I like it. The more I drink it, the more
Is
I
there
like
something
it.
else I can help with?
Hey Siri, don't interrupt
Yeah,
us.
Siri.
No, it's
We're
your-
working.
your done.
Siri, feed my gerbil.
Hey,
That was Australian Siri.
I have Australian Siri, but it's a guy.
Oh, okay.
Crocodile Dundee.
How you doing, Karen?
Now that's a knife. Oh, I'm sorry. It's your
Oh,
story.
You want to play my digger a do?
Oh, my God.
Can I play with your boomerang?
Do you guys see what the host goes through on a regular basis?
I know. It's a tough job.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to put up with these kids. All right, G, it's to you on the score here.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to be the low guy. I'm going to be the low guy.
How low can you go?
Oh, really? Okay.
All right.
Because you and I are usually...
Well, I'm going to disappoint you.
Oh.
3.8 solid.
Oh, well, that's
that's
right
not
on line with
disappointing.
me. That's right there. Okay, once again, we're very close. So, yeah, I mean, this is, like I said, I think this is a rye drinker's rye. If you like rye, you're going to love this, I think.
I agree.
I do too. And you know what? I'm just going to go back to the fact that it's 122.
And it's just
Proof.
100. Yeah.
It's just 2 mash fills. I mean, really.
Yeah.
61 proof.
Yeah, 61.8 per...
61.3 actually on this bottle.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it's 122, which is a little bit higher than what I like.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm the one that gave it the higher score, and you guys kind of dropped down a little bit.
Yep.
No, I mean...
yeah. I once went on vacation. I had the opportunity to drink a George T. Stagg Senior, which I call the antique bottle. It was 141 and some change. I think it was a 141.2, and this drinks very similar to that. And it was you didn't know you were even drinking 100. So you said 120 some proof.
122, yeah.
Okay, and it drinks like 120 some proof, just like that George T. Stagg Senior. And I mean, he had 2 bottles. We drank them both.
Yeah.
And I mean, not the same night.
Oh,
but,
okay.
You know,
Just
but
checking.
it was super good. And I
Not that couldn't have happened. But.
I kind of relate to that, and it's a good beer. I think anybody should try that at least. If you like rye, you like a little spice, that's your rye right there.
And I do. I mean, very, very solid, very, very great offering, I think. So
Awesome.
I
good
agree.
job down there in
Yep.
the hills of West Virginia. That's a nice whiskey.
Look, Elvis. Look, Elvis.
And I would say a lot of people ask us like where to get things, and
Ohio
because it just changes so frequently, our best recommendation is to go on ohlq.com and put in there what you're looking for. It'll tell you where to go, how many bottles they expect to have at the stores. What do you?
This feels like it just came out of the refrigerator.
I will, because it's been down here.
Yeah,
I
it's
will
been
have
down
some
here.
more of that. I will gladly. And Bob from Cleveland Whiskey is with us.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? If you're not
And
doing
he
anything
says it's
tonight,
not always in the proof. So yeah, absolutely.
I would agree, definitely.
He is
definitely.
super knowledgeable.
Yeah, yeah.
I told him when I first met him and we were talking, I said, because his knowledge, and I said, I can't wait for you guys to come do the show, and you're gonna love the Whiskey Wizard, because that's him and you are a lot alike about.
Well, I don't know.
Passion.
They like doing the show anyway.
Well, they did like doing the show. Man, that is cold.
So, Bob, I don't know if you joined us in the beginning, but I want to thank you so much for the Magic Rabbit sign. I did put it up right there where everyone can see, right next to the wash balls here.
All right.
Easy.
But yeah, I'm very proud of that. We shared that with a couple of friends of ours. They loved it. Rob up north is drinking it tonight, and it's now a favorite you have to have on your shelf. Definitely over the 4
Absolutely.
scale.
We're actually gonna move that sign, by the way.
That's fine. I wanted to make sure we
right
had
now,
it
I just
up.
want to make sure we had it up.
Yeah.
Nicholas T. and Phil gave some nice comments about Georgia.
Aww.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I
very
miss
much.
that little face.
Yes.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Cheers to Georgia. Thank you guys very, very much.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we got next,
All right.
kids?
What do we got next?
Well, we have the Whiskey Wizard, I guess.
Well,
So.
let me go real quick before we go
Let's
there.
do
Wait,
the scroll. See
Jeff-
if there's anybody else.
Jeff
Sorry.
Rogers is on a roll. Now he's
Oh.
drinking some 2021 Cowboy from Garrison Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting the 2022 release, or the 2022 bottle at the release tomorrow. Interesting. So, Jeff, is that release only in Texas? Because I know Garrison is from
Yeah.
Texas. So I'm just curious, where are you going to get it? Let us know. And
And is that like Walt Garrison? Is that Is that who?
I don't
Is
know
that-
who Walt Garrison is.
Cowboys running back?
Oh.
Right?
I should know
Yeah.
I
that.
think you're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us know
Yeah.
if that's the connection.
Bob looks good. He says it looks good. Nick T on the
Nick?
scroll. What's up, brother? Miss ya. We got to get together. The weather's changing. You know, that's where we hang out. So
Oh yeah.
I'll go over there in the morning on a Saturday early. Hang out with Nick, and he always cooks something for breakfast outside, and we sit there, and doesn't matter how cold it is, if it's raining or snowing, we'll hang out there and just chill out and smoke cigars, man. It's a great time.
I you know what, I just, and this is way off topic too, but you're talking about Nick. He made the dandelions. The fried.
That's how I started doing that, was from Nick. He taught me how to cook popcorn on
Yeah.
the stove. I mean, this guy is, you want to talk about a good old boy, so to say?
Mm-hmm.
He's the man. He is definitely the man.
Jeff said the release is only in Texas at the distillery, and it will be distributed in the next couple of weeks.
Drive us up sometime.
All right. And we talked about Cleveland whiskey from last week, and
Yeah,
I did want to give a shout out to Albert. He did a great job being on the show as well. So
Yeah, he's one of our originals.
always fun to
definitely.
have Albert here with
Yeah,
us.
he's something else, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
We had a great time, Bob. I don't know if you caught the show early, but please watch it tomorrow. There are a lot of good comments. Okay.
Okay, so I think we are ready to go.
Okay,
into the
so yeah, this is part 2 of whiskey festivals, and I'm attending one next weekend at the National
Awesome.
Whiskey Fest. I will be doing some coverage on that. But
That'd be
yeah,
awesome.
Whiskey Festivals part 2. Here we go.
Whiskey Wizard! It's the Whiskey Wizard!
There are also a variety of events to take part in, including master classes. The event takes place the last week of September. The Whiskey Lovers Nagoya, Japan's whiskey, is hugely popular both in and outside of Japan, and the Nagoya Whiskey Lovers Festival makes the list of the best whiskey festivals because it is a celebration of the best rare and expensive offers from one of the newest entries into the whiskey making game. Here you'll find over 100 booths with lots of rare whiskeys available to sample. You can find Japanese distilleries represented such as Shinsu, Chikubu, and Shikuzoa, and American whiskeys are also featured. The Fife Whiskey Festival has over 30 distilleries and independent bottlers taking part in the festival yearly in Coupar, Scotland. While the festival is only 3 years old, their early March 2022 event hosted 650 whiskey lovers from around the world, making it easily one of the best whiskey festivals out there. They say you can get to know some of the smaller distilleries while rubbing elbows with representatives of the bigger Scottish names. And now to north of the border, Victoria Whiskey Festival. If you can head to British Columbia, Canada, you'll be able to experience one of the world's best whiskey festivals taking place over 4 days in January. While plenty of Canadian whiskey is featured, including Canadian Club, master classes are presented by world-class distilleries including Jim Beam and Sazerac. The event also encompasses the Canadian Whiskey Awards, honoring the best distillers from across the country. It'll be held next January 2023. Ireland's Festival of Whiskey. Taking place each summer in Belfast, a relatively new festival, but still one of the best out there. This event is hosted by Irish Whiskey 360 and features some of the best distilleries that Ireland has to offer, including, of course, Bushmills, Jameson, and Teeling. The festival includes 40 events held over 4 days. The Spirit of Speyside Festival takes place in September in the city of Elgin in the Scottish region of Speyside, where there are 51 working distilleries that participate, and the Spirit of Speyside Festival seeks to feature them all. This is the world's largest and best whiskey festival, and the events are spread across the entire region. With over 700 whiskey events, you cannot possibly do everything in one year, which gives you a great excuse to visit again in future years. The Fe Isla, the Isla Festival of Music and Malt. Isla, my favorite whiskey region in the world. Since 1984, the Isla Festival of Music and Malt has been welcoming whiskey lovers from around the world to take part in a celebration of music and very fine single malts. This is one of the country's largest and best whiskey festivals, welcoming over 10,000 people to an island that usually has only about 3,000 full-time residents. The event takes place the last week of May. The week-long party salutes whiskey culture, music, and the island of Isla. Each day, the festival, a different distillery, hosts the festivities and takes over everything from the tours to the music. One can take in the tastings and tours and then head to one of the island's beaches. As a note, each year a selection of exclusive bottles is released to mark the festival, and prices for these offerings can be in the thousands. Okay, now let's finish up closer to home. The Ohio Craft Whiskey Festival takes place in June at the Carrican Spirits Company in Cincinnati, and during the latest event to celebrate the arrival of this festival in their hometown, 4 Cincinnati distilleries collaborated on a special blended bottle of bourbon. There's a $40 entry fee, and it includes 8 tastings and access at the pop-up bottle shop. Admission has been divided into 2 sessions, 12 to 3 and 4 to 7. During both sessions, you have the chance to sample whiskeys from around 20 of Ohio craft spirits producers. Okay, how about here in Cleveland? Well, we used to have the Whiskey and Pig Fest in Willoughby, but they haven't done that in a few years. But there is the Bourbon, Barbecue, and Blues Fest right here in Cleveland. It bills itself as a true bourbon and barbecue lover's dream come true. This year's event is from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, September 16th, and the VIP session begins at 6. Everyone else starts at 7. This event's truly for everyone, as there will be over 30 different bourbons, seminars, food, and live music. Many of these bourbons are very hard to get, and we can only imagine they'll offer up a few of those. And of course, they do not guarantee all brands and bottles will be available throughout the entire event. There will be a full cash bar for those that buy non-sampling tickets, so you can buy a beer, wine, and cocktails from the bar throughout the night. You will get 14 sample tickets that you can use for any of the bourbons or beers you want. You will also get a souvenir as a ticket holder. Bourbons are expensive and sell for over $10 a shot in most cases, and many of these bourbons are very rare and hard to get. You will end up getting over 8 ounces of various goodness, so that's well over $80 in bourbon plus your souvenir. So with a ticket price around $55, it's a pretty good deal and a great way to try some special or rare bourbons. Choosing the best whiskey festival for you can be a bit of a challenge, but not one you should mind taking on. While the options are abundant when it comes to choosing the best whiskey festival out there, you really can't go wrong. No matter which whiskey festival you decide to attend, you'll be surrounded by fellow whiskey lovers. And that's what it's all about, meeting others who share your love of the amazing brown liquid. This is Douglas Dunbar, the Whiskey Wizard, for the Whiskey Roundtable. Cheers, Slàinte, and now, back to the live show.
Alrighty now.
Okay.
We are back.
So,
We wanted to revisit the scroll.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple of new people on. We have Sidecar in the house.
Sidecar.
What's up, dog?
Love it.
And we have Paul.
What's up, Paul?
Here.
Paul's watch. I appreciate you, Paul. We had a great time last week, and anytime that you want to come hang out, you're more than welcome. You know that. That was a great time. I'm sure you enjoyed it as well because you stayed till 3 o'clock. Just kidding. But anyway, very knowledgeable kid, very good guy. I just met him a week ago yesterday. Can you imagine what happens in a week?
It's freaking insane.
Isn't that
Well,
something?
for the Battaglias, it's hard to keep up. But
Last week it was beautiful weather. We were at the birthday party for Albert Santilli for
the 4th?
For the 4th, yeah.
Oh God,
No.
it's Albert Santilli the third again.
yes.
Well,
But
no, it was for
now
the
we have Albert Santilli the
I know
4th.
we got we got the
North
fourth
Coast
now.
Jazz
That's
Ensemble, and he was gracious enough to truck out and hang out with us on last week Friday. We had a great time, man. It was so much fun. So much fun.
He's a great guy. He really
Yes,
is.
nice
He's
guy.
a lot of fun.
Very nice.
So much fun when he's around. There's no question. It's
So
great.
I will say, RJ, I'm not sure how to take your comment. You said greetings from the Big D. I think you mean Dallas,
yeah, probably.
but I don't know.
RJ at?
RJ, he's right here. RJ.
Oh, okay. Greetings from the
Lindsay's excited for Nashville Whiskey Fest. Me too. I'll be there next weekend.
All right. And our friends, the Swansons from Florida.
Ah,
All right.
what's up, Mike and
Hey,
Wendy?
Oh.
I'm
How
so
are
glad
you?
you guys got to sit in on the show when
Yeah,
you
they
were
did.
in town.
That was
That was great.
They didn't get a chance to watch the whole show, but it was fun, and I'm glad that they watched. They're good people. I've known them forever. I could hang out with them all day for a month. We have so much fun together.
Great.
Really, really do. Good people. Definitely good people.
Justin says the Texans want to come up and bring some of the best blends with them. Well, dude,
Dude,
Okay.
when are you going to get here?
get in your car, bitch.
We like blends here at the Whiskey Roundtable as long as we're not talking about Scottish whiskey.
Amen.
You don't like Scottish blends?
Or Crown Royal.
Oh, God.
I don't like the blended
Nope.
whiskey.
No,
if it's
no
Scottish.
Canucks. No Canucks.
No Canucks.
There are some exceptions. Greg got me a nice high quality blend for Christmas one year.
Labatt Blue?
Yeah.
Was that the Doers?
Yeah, yeah. That
Oh,
that
is-
was
is
actually one
Dewar's
that I really
Canadian?
liked. I still have a little bit of it. But I only gonna have it on the Christmas season. So
Gotcha.
Bruna is challenging her, channeling her inner Georgia.
Our 1-year-old puppy bulldog is taking over Georgia's space. If you
yeah,
will. So
that's,
There's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah, there's definitely a new sheriff in town. She's all like, "I want to come down. Quit playing."
Oh,
So,
that's funny.
Anyway,
So I do want to mention, next to the bobbleheads, we have a couple of bottles, which I don't know that they are so clearly seen, but I do want to take the time to mention, we were at the Oktoberfest
right.
at the Cuyahoga County Fairgrounds a few weeks ago, and we met an entrepreneur
Yep.
right.
from Old Brooklyn, and he makes his own hot sauces. And I
Me
love-
like hot sauce.
me like too. So I love to go walk around and see all of the vendors that are there at the Oktoberfest. And while I was walking around, I happened to run into them, and he had their hot sauces out to try. There's 3 different ones. They range from a sort of mild to a very hot. And I would buy out all of their products. They are absolutely amazing.
They were very good. Yeah.
So what you'll see here on the end next to the Doug bobblehead is called a peach Fresno. That's supposed to be their
Alright.
more mild
Okay.
one. And then between your bobblehead and mine is the mango Scotch bonnet, which
Scotch bonnet is like very potent habanero pepper.
it's middle of the road, but
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, it at first it is very hot, but it's very pleasant. If you like hot but you're scared and you
Yeah.
good. And
Yeah.
when we bought this, we brought it back to the tent that we were with, and everybody was trying it, and they
it
were
was very
putting
good.
it on their potato pancakes.
Yeah,
They're like,
potato
it's
pancakes.
amazing.
Oh, I would. Yeah.
It was
Right
very
up
good.
my
It's
alley.
very good.
And
So
then
we'll see them next week anyway.
And
That's-
then the
I was-
one next to Greg is
the one next to Greg is their hot. It's a habanero. I have not tried that. I will tell you, I'm a little scared. But they also do a barbecue sauce.
all right.
A great, again, we love to promote anyone that's
Look.
from the Cleveland area.
Exactly.
Trying to do their thing. Again, it is made in Old Brooklyn. And next Saturday, I think that's
Right.
October 1st,
Right.
they're going to be at the South
Russell
Russell.
Police Department. They do it every first of the month.
It's like a little farmer's
Yeah,
market,
it's farmers
kind of
market,
like.
sure.
It's over there on 306 and
In
is
Bell
that
Road.
Bell Road.
Yeah.
So please, great guys trying to do their thing, and they really have a great product. And it was great meeting you.
I told them if
Yeah.
they wanted to come and do the show and test our stuff or test their stuff and do our thing, I thought it would be a good
we
time.
could have some fun with that. I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you probably noticed when you came in tonight, you have a few peppers up there on
I
your.
saw them.
So
Yes.
I've
My
been-
gerbil's gonna love it.
We've been harvesting some peppers grown in
Easy.
in our garden, and so you've got a ghost pepper and several Carolina Reapers, which is the hottest chili pepper known to mankind. So have fun with that in some of your cooking. I look forward to some feedback on how that goes.
Absolutely.
You know what? You got to make it like a chili with that.
I will. I'm gonna cut a couple of them up, and I'm sure my brother will be screaming at me if I don't give him some too.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not on the scroll right now. 'Cause
Yeah,
I can
on the
single out.
Reapers, one pepper goes a long way. I'll just tell you that.
All right.
Just-
2.1 million Scoville heat units. So
Yikes.
Ralph Angelori says, "Me likey. Time for wingy."
yeah, I made two things with. I made a chili, and I did a Carolina Reaper, and I did a habanero and a jalapeno, and awesome. And I did a jambalaya, and I put in the Carolina Reaper and one of the ghost peppers,
Mhm.
and a habanero, and that jambalaya is hot.
I bet.
You know,
You almost cannot eat it unless you have cheese and sour cream
milk.
and milk, glass of milk,
Cucumbers.
glass of milk,
Come on, ice
Water.
cream.
some mozzarella on the side. Oh yeah,
Toilet water. You gotta
It's-
drink it all.
Yeah, but it's a fun pain. It's a fun pain.
It's
That's
a
all I'll
fun
say.
pain.
I
Yeah,
love,
it is.
I love my super hots, and it's a lot of fun. Anyway.
So, sidecar, when you do come in, yes, you need to make your wings, and we will get you more of the
my
hot
God,
sauce.
that-
Oh
Good
yeah,
stuff.
And
Oh.
I'll have more peppers if you need them.
And of course, it's not the shit the bed
Yeah.
hot sauce, but it's better. So much better.
So you're going to go from shit the bed to shart the bed, but anyway,
Cleveland style.
Cleveland style.
Oh, right.
All right, kids, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, it is time to wrap it up. Well, once again, we don't get to any whiskey news, and there's a lot of good news out there, but I think one of these weeks we'll probably get in there at least before the end of the year. Okay.
That friggin' dog.
So
Just like Georgia.
she's taking
She learned
over
from
the
the
mantle.
best.
Yeah.
It's taking over.
So
Hang on, boo-boo.
as we wrap things up here, I guess we do want to say that we will we'll be off next week. We'll see you on Friday, October the 7th at 7:30 p.m. our usual time as we begin Hallow Whiskey Month. All right. So
I told you need to like copyright.
yeah, I
that.
need a copyright. I came up with that. There's got to be something we can come up in Hallow Whiskey. Here we go. So anyway, so yeah, we begin that. I think we're going to do another American whiskey on that first week, the 7th, and then we'll get into some of our more Halloween-esque kind of selections. So
All right.
leave you with the closing quote
Let's do it.
from American actress Ava Gardner. She says, "Is the glass half full or is it half empty? It depends on whether you're pouring or drinking."
Amen. All right, kids. Hey, thanks for watching the show this week. Again, we're off next week, and we have some other stuff that we're working on for the following year. I know that we're going to have some other shows that we're not going to be able to make due to circumstances. But at the end of the day, we appreciate you guys watching. We love your feedback. Reach out to us anytime. God bless. Have a great weekend. Until then, we are your hosts, Big J.
Karen Helen Keller.
Doug Dunbar.
Catch you cats later. Bye-bye.
See you on the 7th. Bye-bye.
If whiskey stopped working, every bar in town would be closing their doors, shutting down. Everybody would be trapped with their thoughts, 'cause nothing helps the pain like bourbon or scotch. Oh no, oh no, no. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably wasting lots of money trying therapy. If whiskey stopped working, what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. If whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped. Poor Jack D would be out of a job. Jameson and Bean would be cut off. Hank Williams songs wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, this whole damn world would be a mess. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably wasting lots of money trying therapy. If whiskey stopped working, what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. If whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped, oh. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably halfway out of this town, leaving Tennessee.